Hello everyone. We've been receiving mails from parents and students across India, particularly the Telugu states. The queries are regarding the guidance for students after 10th, what junior college to pick, how to handle addiction to gadgets and stress management, and many more questions like that. So to answer these questions, we have on our show Mr. Venkat Muriki sir, the founder and director of Excellencia Colleges and Schools, Hyderabad. Hello sir.
Hello Peksha, thank you.
So to begin with the first question, what is your guidance for the parents and students after 10th and how do they pick a junior college?
So usually when the parents are looking for to choose a junior college for their kid, for the child, it's extremely important the parent has to take time from his side or her side. The very first thing is reach the college and then try to, see that you are meeting the center head or the principal. And most importantly, you need to really reach out to the children. The key thing is it's extremely important to take the feedback from the children and the parents. Because at the end, everyone talks much about every college and all. So this point has not to be missed by the parent.
So what kind of academic practices are expected from a junior college?
Children coming from, they may come from different schools and different boards also. And few children may have foundation classes and few children don't have. They straight away come from different boards and all. So it is extremely important how to groom every child, how to take care of every child, how to attend every child. Now, who are the teachers who are teaching, first of all, right? What kind of expertise they bring in? What kind of experience? This is very common thing with every college. And most importantly, beyond that, how much time the teacher is able to give to the children after the class. That makes a huge difference. Because children come from the board background and they don't have experience in handling the tough concepts or problem solving skills, things like that, time management skills. That is one thing. And secondly, the homework or the practice or the questions is extremely important. The performance in exam totally depends on the practice session. To what extent he is practicing the questions, how is he practicing is even more important. The teachers have to prepare the child to solve the questions in minimum number of attempts. And finally, in a single attempt. So this takes a lot of time from the teacher to the child. This is something missing in many colleges. So a parent should never miss out this aspect that how the teacher is preparing the child to solve the problems in single attempt. So the homework is extremely important. Every day the question solving is important. And this is where the stress can be handled in fact.
Apart from academics, what is the other support a student can expect from a college?
Yeah, it's a good question in fact. See, usually the class strength should be not exceeding more than 50. And sometimes all children, they don't have same level of understanding and application skills. If the child is a day scholar, there must be a support system within the campus where the doubts of the child can be resolved even at the end of the day or even at night. Because in this preparation of computer examination, the child will be putting a lot of time at home in solving the question and he may get a doubt any time. So there must be some kind of team which are available over the online at least. The PTMs should be perfect. They need to conduct at least once in a month or at least once in 45 days. The PTMs are extremely important to plug the gap between the child, parent and the teacher understanding. The center head or the principal and the teacher should be available to meet. When the parent is reaching the campus, it's very important for the principal and the subject teachers are available and clarifying his doubts. But that is not happening in most many colleges. It is something non-academic person or someone who is not related to the child are usually attending these meetings, which is not right. Even the parent should be accessible to the higher hierarchy. The director or maybe the chairman or the owner, they must be there compulsory. So these are the key things where we expect, when this kind of parent can reach the director or the higher hierarchy, obviously there is no chance of something going wrong, right? So this kind of transparency also should be maintained.
Right. So how can a child prepare for the competitive exam in their high school?
Yeah, again, it is a regular question with many parents. There's a lot of confusion. If a child is ready to prepare for a kind of competitive examinations right from high school, the very first thing he need to start off with reading the textbooks, and that too reading regularly. A child should be more independent as much as possible, try to avoid the tuitions. I've seen so many cases where from ninth class or 10th or even 8th also, they consistently read textbook on daily basis for just couple of hours. And when they read the textbook, they get a lot of questions. And then from the questions, they try to understand, they try to clarify from different sources. And this is how the assimilation of the concepts happens. And they develop the logical skills, they'll develop the reasoning skills, and especially the attention span is going to definitely increase. The very big thing and which is not happening is the textbook reading is not happening from the school level. So a child should try to solve the questions on their own, and child should not stop there. Once after committing mistake, he need to now dig what is going wrong. His application of the concept wrong. So obviously he need to reach out the teachers or seniors or siblings and understand this kind of aspect. So when he commit mistakes and he try to overcome the mistake, and naturally his application skills will develop. And the second again confusion is always whether foundation classes are required or not. So foundation classes, in a sense, I personally think that the skills which are required to solve the problem, the skills which are required to understand the concept, the skills which are required to manage the time, these skills are important. But I can see foundation various institutions where they teach 11th syllabus in 10th, 10th syllabus in 9th. It is not just dumping with the syllabus. It is all about skills. When the child is going from 10th to 11th, there's a huge difference between 10th standard and 11th standard. The huge number of applications and in-depth theory, in-depth concepts, and every weekend exam, the child will be under a lot of stress. And he is not used to this kind of stress, this kind of practice in the school level. And the school should also encourage the child, and the parents should encourage the child to develop these problem solving skills, reading for a longer time, assimilation, the discipline part. These are definitely enough. And if he's having a doubt, he should be bold enough to ask in the class. This is what is happening. So these are things where we need to prepare a child during his school level. And with this preparation, if he goes to the college level, obviously the transition is not difficult, and he can easily move from 10th to 11th grade with all kind of applications and on this kind of competitive preparation.
So, what is the difference between a pre-COVID and post-COVID child? How can a parent handle this?
Oh, it's an amazing question, and there are so many queries regarding since the last 2 years and beyond, right? The very first thing, the post-COVID and pre-COVID child, yes, from the parent perspective, teacher perspective, as a teacher, as a parent, what I understand is, first of all, anyone, either teacher or a parent, has to accept the child. Passing through COVID phase it was not his mistake. Online classes are not his mistake. And obviously, since the classes were online, gadget was given, right? Obviously, he need to attend the classes. So it is a natural thing, to get distraction, to get diverted from the regular stuff and all, right? But what I have understood is, finding fault with the child is not at all right. Accept him as it is. Because he is the child who is born and brought up in this era where, digital things are very common, and we should accept it. That is not happening with the teachers as well as parents. That's the reason, a lot of gulf is created between the teachers and the child, and the parent and the child. And what I could observe is that children who have passed through this, definitely the phase of COVID is, of course, their attention span is definitely great in those areas where they have interest. So the thing is, the child grasping power has increased. And yes, in the process, there is distraction, there is deviation, there is a lot of things that are happening which should not happen. So as a parent, as a teacher, we should first of all accept, have a lot of patience, educate. And with this kind of attitude, the teachers and parents are working. I could see in the last 1 year, there is a change in the child attitude. But one thing I can say, children have become more intelligent after the COVID phase.
And what is the role played by the teachers in the intermediate segment of these 2 years?
First of all, after this COVID especially, they should have patience. They should have compassion, affection and love toward the children first of all. This is missing out. And I could see that, teachers put some effort to, teach a chapter and help a child. And they within few minutes or within some time again they give up, and they say that this child is not up to the mark, this child can't get this child can't, and they justify this, which is definitely wrong. If the child is not performing, definitely it is not child mistake, it is a teacher's mistake. Teachers are definitely they should feel the pain of a child, pain of a parent. This is completely missing. And that is something I personally feel that teachers should have patience and they should have the love, affection towards every child. And with love and affection, definitely things can change. A child can change. So teachers should be more responsible. All it takes is few extra minutes per day. A few extra minutes per day by a teacher towards a child will create a huge difference and magic in the life of a child.
As we know, many colleges are shutting down and not delivering their promised commitments. What's your take on this?
Agree with this point. It's happening since few years. I could see that, But the point is, the parent before taking admission in a particular college, he need to verify the following things. The first thing is, who are the promoters of the college? Are they coming from academic background or non-academic background? Because usually, if they're coming from academic background, and obviously the stability of the college will be definitely for a very long period. Secondly, how strong are they? What is their previous credentials? How strong are they financially? Right. If a person coming from a pure business background earlier, such kind of promoters may or may not deliver the committed promises, and the stability of the college is at stake. Most important thing is, apart from this, the whoever are starting the colleges, founders, they should have a lot of passion for definitely to deliver the promises. Just they 2-3 people coming together, pulling up some amount, and they start the college, and afterward there's a lot of huge differences created among themselves, and the finances are not strong enough, and this is how there is why the many colleges are coming and shutting down. This will not run. A person should be passionate. And he should really have that love at heart that I need to deliver, I need to really make some changes in the education system wherever there are gaps. With that objective, a person or a group of individuals have to come into the system and open the college, but not just to make up money or big, directorship, chairmanship. All these will not help. So parents have to really check all these aspects before taking an admission. They should not just go to the college and take admission because they're offering lower fee. If they're offering lower fee, obviously they can't sustain for a longer time. How long they can sustain with the lower fee? Because they have huge expenditure. If the fee is lower, they obviously everything will be of substandard. Teachers will be substandard, infra will be substandard, support system will be substandard. Obviously, ultimately, it affects the child. It affects the child, the career is affected. So, parents have to be smart enough and really do this kind of due diligence while taking admission. And the people who are opening the colleges, they should have a lot of financial stability in long run.
Thank you, sir. Your insights will be helpful for all the parents and children watching this video. However, there are many more questions to be answered, but we'll leave that for the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.